Trying to post Febres with Cunningham, but they don't see it yet.
Anderson bailed out by Walker. Here's Cunningham for a triple. The long rebound. 50-50.
Just pacing the hallways, trying to get a little workout in, doing laps in the hallway. Most teams that win today will go straight from here to Indianapolis. So a lot of precautions in place.
This over the last year, and it's not just COVID. The mental health of your players now is as important as being a good recruiter. You just have to understand the time. The three amigos make 67% of their shots going to the rim. That's enormous.
Cunningham goes to the rim, swatted by Thamba.
To beat the best team in your league, you got to go toe-to-toe with them, and you can't play scared.
Quick trigger by Cunningham. No. And Mark Feidel's got. Bryce Williams rolling to the goal. Caleb Boone. Here's Cunningham. Cade Cunningham gets caught behind the backboard.
Oh, man.
Versus one up. And Brock Cunningham has the rebound.
Good example right there of not knowing the scouting report.
Cade Cunningham fades back and connects. Sims an offensive rebound. And Cunningham cannot foul him. He puts it back up, rolls it off the rim, tries again, and throws it down the second time.
I got to check. Spoon down, anchors the foot, and finishes through contact because he is, as Holly Rowe pointed out, really developed that massive frame. Tough point guard who, by the way, averages 7 rebounds a game.
How about a point guard that's in the top 5 in rebounding? Oh, Butler with a nice feed to the post there, but Mark Vital, a couple of tries were denied. Here's Cunningham. Yes. 73-68, LSU over Arkansas. 78-71. So that leads us to our championship game tomorrow at 1 Eastern on ESPN. Alabama's got the lead back.
It's a great pass. We call that a baseline drive, baseline drift. As the ball went baseline, Flagler drifted to the corner.
One day, they were so grateful to the Central Prosthetic and Orthotic Company in Waco for getting this turned around in one day. He has this cool black one, also a clear one in place there.
Shot clock down to 8.
Tonight. He did bring his team to the gym here, and they went through a pretty spirited practice, you know, because they had an off day, so they were able to practice a little harder. They will, of course, be in that championship game. And
Caleb Boone continues to run the floor and get. Watch him seal right now. Oh, that's a takedown. The reason that's a foul is because Caleb Boone.
Maceo Teague floats it in.
Because the shot blocker is in the low paint. Just makes sense.
Foul on Meyer as he tripped up Avery Anderson. Anderson fouls Coleman out past where the NBA three-point line would be, and that'll put Matt Coleman back at the free throw line. That's Anderson's third. Answers. All of a sudden, Baylor starts to heat up from outside.
Well, they know what's at stake. 48-5 over the last 2 seasons. But they certainly don't want to lose it. They have never won a Big 12 tournament title. They've been in the championship game 3 times and come away. Their leader in the locker room is the guy at the foul line. And he had to sacrifice a little bit of that attention because he was becoming a Big 12 star.
A career high, trying to win for the first time in the Big 12 era, the championship game for Texas. He'll try a 3. Swatted by Boone. Taken back by Febres across the line.
Not a playmaker. He had nothing out front, and he's done this really well all night long. Get to the basket, and there's a big-time rebound by Kai Jones. Foul him if you do. Foul him.
You need to foul Sims.
Foul him, but yep.
That's a smart play by Rondell. Keelan Boone to guard Andrew Jones when he throws it in. Oklahoma State now needs a takeaway. So he's 5 of 10. The rest of the team with one collective miss at the line, and it was Kai Jones that missed. So Andrew Jones, 8 table. Here comes Cade Cunningham down to the last 10 seconds. Now Oklahoma State.
When you're on one side of the floor, they can keep you there. Baylor's very good at keeping to that side and also very good at positioning their help. When you're in the middle of the floor, it's much more
falling early for Baylor with 10 in the first 3 and change.
And to your point, Jason, another really good screen by Flo Thamba. It came at the elbow, going in a direct. Yeah, well, it should be. But if you're saying, well, I wasn't sure, if it could have gone either way, it's a block. Period.
Cunningham on the
player that he wasn't assertive in high school, and he certainly shed that late in college because he comes in looking to score right away. Cunningham, 90 minutes, averages 22 points, 10 rebounds, and 3 assists per 40 minutes. That's pretty darn productive.
Physical defense, Maceo Teague there.
Trying to keep him off the ball and draw some defensive attention. Now Matthew Myers switched off on him, and he's taken that on, and a really nice move to get to.
Well, the chalk outline of Jason Benetti and Jay Billis will continue to do the game here. Thank you, gentlemen. Appreciate it.
In this game, got off to a little bit of a slow start defensively. Gave up some easy baskets when Oklahoma State was running good offense, pick and roll in the middle of the floor. But since then,
oh, that's a tough lob from Butler that rang off the backboard. And here is Cunningham in transition on a catch and shoot.
Just pushes him totally off the lane. Look how far out he's got to catch that. Against smaller defenders, he's able to post up easily, but look how he gets to the rim. Even
here is Cunningham, prospective top prospect in next year's NBA draft. A lot of dribbling, step back over Chachua.
Because right now they're handed out like Halloween candy on October 31st, and I don't think it's good for the game, frankly.
Cunningham buries it.
Just an overload on the left side. Jonathan Chachua comes up into the middle. That draws up the middleman, and then the backside defenders 2 on.
You're just going to call him?
No, I don't. Only a fool represents himself.
Cade Cunningham off the turnaround, splashes it down for him. Beat him to the rim and denied over there.
Yeah, just didn't finish it. Cunningham didn't have an angle. He came out to guard Meyer in the corner and just allowed him the baseline. Now Meyer switched out on Cunningham. Cunningham should take him.
Or just send him away.
In the corner, 6-point swing to move this lead back out. That answering ability is really impressive.
Cunningham sized that up the whole back in it, down only 6.
We've talked about Baylor's ability to answer. Can they answer here?
Second 7-point game. Blavers playing some significant late minutes as Cunningham dribbles into a 3.
Home loss to Oklahoma State in overtime, but I think he knows he needs some more production from a couple of guys, in particular Manick, if they're going to have the end of the year.
Well, he was like a lottery pick, really. He didn't have the experience of like hiring a senior, or drafting a senior. He had lottery pick talent.
Will be the game within the game within the game, right? That'd be fun.
That's exactly right, Bob, and that's what great coaches do.
Cunningham still without a.
I'll tell you, he's had just about as good a year statistically as Cade Cunningham have. Both have had 40 in the game.
And he'll get it back. Cunningham spins, leans in, gets the roll for his first. Reeves penetrates. The finger roll won't go. Here comes Cunningham, trying to go coast to coast. Back-to-back buckets.
He is not hesitating. 43% in Big 12.
Cunningham smoothly to the goal. 1 minute to go. Cunningham for 3. In and out. for the Hurricanes, and what a job he's done at Florida State.
Tell you one thing right there, they went to a little zone defense, Oklahoma State, and Oklahoma was very patient on the offense and didn't guess. But he said, no, I want to play for Coach Boyd, I want to play with those guys, and he stayed here, and I'm hoping and praying they're going to be in the NCAA tournament.
And he Reeves lost his balance trying to kick it out to Jalen Hill. Cunningham will drive it the other way, off the window and through.
Kansas State, Florida, Illinois, Oklahoma. I mean, just unbelievable what he's achieved. UNLV as well.
Cunningham, a step back three won't go long. Oh, what a job by Harkless to get back on defense and swat it away from Avery Anderson.
I mean, that was a great defense play. It's a highlight play right there. And it led to
guys is missing right now. It's Kevin Durant, and the Nets just don't seem to ever lose.
And they're really playing well together. Irving and certainly Harden. And don't forget Harris shooting the three. Staying with that zone, and then they keep going.
And the lob to Quest.
We're hurting them. And
terrific perspective.
Thank you, guys.
Mike Schmitz, you got it. Our ESPN NBA draft analyst, and here is Cade Cunningham putting up a 17-foot. And they called that last foul on Cunningham his first, and they called that foul on the floor. Here's Cunningham for three. Oklahoma State's got the lead.
That kid likely preparing for the game. Steals, defensively, toughness, pass the ball.
Cunningham at the free throw line.
Are you kidding me? Are you serious?
For three, Cunningham. He's off the mark and quit.
Big, you've got Mac Truck at that foul line.
Cunningham feeling it, creates some space along two. That won't go. And makes this a two-point game. Cunningham fades away. Got it.
See what they did? He is the real deal.
Looking to add to it here with a two-point lead. Leans in, uses the glass. His own follow won't go, but there is the tip follow.
Poor shots, Bob. It's not a guy that's shooting up volume shots in terms of big numbers. He takes quality shots.
Here he is for three. That won't go. That
with a heck of a future. He's just in a little bit of slump right now, and he's got to get back out of it. It's up to him. No one but him. He's going to make it happen.
Cunningham on the drive to give up.
Also, Harmon have been so big. The H guys. H squared. H2. H2O, baby. Hey. Harkless with a big three. A little maniac, whatever the word is.
It's Cunningham. His floater is good.
Oh, wow. We really want the ball. You look at Reeves and Cunningham. They both want the ball, and they missed the clutch.
Cunningham for three. That rims out. Offensive. Ayla Boone gives it up. Cunningham posts up.
See, if you double him now, he'll find the open man.
Spins, fades, off the rim. Offensive rebound.
And no Jamarius Burton tonight for Texas Tech. Day to day.
They're dealing a little bit of a toe issue. It's Cunningham.
That's called no middle defense right there.
Shot clock under 10. Cunningham got it from deep. And a bucket there from Kevin McCullough. Cunningham has their last 6. It's for students on campus. That's the building. And Mac McClung turns and looks at coach, says, "What's that building?"
And coach said,
done by Cade. College player is, I mean, as good as just about anybody out there, right? In terms of how he impacts the game.
Yeah, and he's on one of the 2 best teams in the country. He's this season at his best. He's one of the best scorers in this league.
The rebound ripped down by Bryce Williams. Cowboys down by 3. Cunningham hesitates, gets into the paint, and 1.
TJ Shannon, I can tell you Chris Beard welcomes the scoring right now. Let's see, are they going a little zone? Looks like they're changing up a little bit.
Cunningham contested steal.
I double him, trap him. Not gonna, he will always play with confidence. He's got amnesia. Good players have to have amnesia.
Cunningham
moves faster than the defensive players do. Excellent execution.
Cunningham, step back, got it.
Yep.
Ooh.
Now I'm going at you, big fella.
Cunningham, 3. You're gonna win on the road. Oklahoma State won the first matchup between these two teams January 2nd in overtime. Cunningham in close rolls.
See the first meeting back on January 25th, won by Oklahoma State. Cade Cunningham, who drains the 3. We didn't have Cade, they didn't have 4 starters, so a lot has changed since then for both teams. Cunningham tries to kiss it in and does so. Now Oklahoma State's fortunate there. They gave Coleman Lands a wide open look. Cunningham.
Hungry, just getting good solid minutes. Mike believes in him, shooting over 50% from the floor, which is a rarity for a freshman. Unless your name is Cunningham.
And you're wide
Team, and there's the defense on the rotation.
First steal of the game for Cade Cunningham. Pulls up from 13 and scores. Point of the first half. 3, Cunningham. Man. +% chance of making the NCAA tournament.
Best game of the year I've seen was last Saturday, Oklahoma and West Virginia, and Cade Cunningham don't.
Cunningham just looks so relaxed and comfortable today. And as I say that, Cunningham, that's a 3 going up with the shot clock winding down. And now they end their drought of 7. Crossover. Cade in the lane. The floater, no good. Pass, Solomon Young, and they turn it over. Cunningham.
But still, he's so talented, you'd like to see him maybe force the issue. Not maybe force the issue. You want to see him force the issue. Like take that. Make mid.
Pace for that again. Another turnover. McGurl gives to Walker. Up top for Cunningham, and he puts it in with 2 hands.
Both. I don't think
Back-to-back shots this game.
Avery Anderson had no idea who he was guarding on that possession, and because of it, Nigel Pack was just wide open.
Well, there it is. 2 field goals in a row for Kansas State. They're down just 11. Into Cade Cunningham. Nigel Pack hits the 3. Kansas State is on a 14-0 run. Cunningham off the mark, and here
Last week.
it's a 16-0 run after the little slip pass from Nigel Pack. Cunningham for 3 and stops the run. Gordon's got a double-double, 10 and 11. 8-point game. Cunningham, strong take, count the bucket. Five to shoot, Cunningham. Steps back, off balance. Not so good moments. One, you're not going to make all the shots at the end of the game, but one of the things Mike Boynton talked about was even with how talented Cade Cunningham is it's an issue for Kansas State. Cunningham, a little hesitation to adapt to this game.
Kansas team has struggled to score easy baskets this season.
Cunningham goes right into the chest of Abaji, but comes up short. Going against last year's National Defensive Player of the Year, and
Guys he's out here with right now.
Vaughn Harris turns it over. Likely gives it up. Gets it back. Cunningham for three. Yes.
Threes. Right now, there's more traffic in there than on 42nd and Broadway at rush hour.
There's a three from the wing for Cade.
Beasley, some of the guys that played in this league, they're not gonna wait till the second half. Oklahoma State needs Cade Cunningham doing it right now. And in the beginning of the game, the energy level, the effort level, the competitiveness is off the charts.
Cunningham, a little more assertive here, but McCormick.
Even with McCormick up top, they can go 5 out, and you see that nice dime that McCormick dropped.
Hesitation dribble. That floater won't go for Cunningham.
Cowboy fans remember that team. The older ones do.
Cunningham for three. Well off the mark. Cunningham off the miss. He'll cross over.
Oh, man. Yep, that's 6'8" right there.
That's Garrett's first. Cunningham a straightaway three. Player when he committed to Kansas, Ochai Agbaji. I wasn't even sure they ranked players down that far.
Yeah.
Cunningham hits the underside of the backboard through all that traffic.
Petrusev, former Zag, who's now playing in Europe. All 7 guys could be drafted from Montverde Academy.
Cunningham working the offensive glass and a chance for a three-point three. Comes up short, and Rondell Walker, a freshman, with the rebound.
Yeah, big-time rebound.
Cunningham wastes no time. Muscles one up through Brown. It won't. Cunningham splits a double team. Old school floater is there. For the 18th time this season in 20 Kansas games. Three on the way for Cunningham. It's
for this Oklahoma State team at the end of the year.
Puts up a three here. Got it.
That's
Maybe
great.
In New York for a while, the MSG Network. I called some of the public school championship games, and then even calling the McDonald's games for ESPN as Cunningham fades away.
Hey, you know, what would Cade look like if he were surrounded by Corey Kispert and Drew Timme and Joel Ayayi? So, you know, I still think Cade is a little bit more talented as a...
I think the thing about Kai Jones that's really impressed me from the start of the season is the skill level. You know, the shooting. He has a feel for the game along with the
can put it down. He has a little bit of feel for the game, has more vision, you know, than most guys in his mold. So no question. I mean, the future is very bright long term for Kai Jones.
Many of us, I wasn't around in '79, but as I got to know who Coach McClendon was, it was an outrage because he was a great coach and not just a contributor. Too much to love about this kid. He plays the game the right way. His handle's is a little shaky, I might add, but I don't like the fact that, as he buries that, right on cue, here he shot 42% at Cal Baptist, can really shoot it.
Yeah, had a finger injury on his shooting hand. Cunningham, that little...
Decided in the month of February and March will be because of the backcourts. Whichever guard combination plays well, that team will have a huge advantage. So far in...
Here's Cunningham into the paint.
Here we go.
He's his way to the rim. Left-hand pointer wouldn't go. And Cunningham the rebound. Cowboys looking to add to an 8-point advantage. Cunningham puts it on the floor, goes to the rim. Wouldn't go.
I think being unselfish is a great trait, but sometimes it actually can hurt the team.
Inside and able to get it to go.
Yeah.
Cunningham inside, just couldn't.
Drive to his left, and that time shuffled his feet.
Cunningham at the basket trying to spin it home, couldn't do it. Yeah. Here's Cunningham. Sims popped out. Ramey on Cunningham. Step back. Shot wouldn't go.
The bench gives you a spark. First basket, but he's got 4 rebounds and 2 assists. And now it's Cade's turn.
He can't hit. Anderson here. Ball fake. Likely has it. Now the give off in Cunningham. Cunningham. It's a 3.
There you go. early, and it allowed TCU to get the ball back and win the game. Let's see.
Cunningham here. Shot clock winding down. Cunningham to
COVID break that's really set them back, but it will not matter if they come away with a win on the road. The same thing is true for an Oklahoma State team. Young,
able to gather it in. Lob. And Kai Jones is fouled by Avery Anderson.
and I'm not sure. See, I like that. That's playing chess right there. It's got Shaka Smart picked the one defender he felt could be exploited, and Ramey took from midcourt. We went back and practiced it the next day. That ball's out of bounds. You see, they're probably going to add a tenth of a second or two.
Yeah.
But we went back to practice. There's still time for catch and shoot. By rule, 0.3 or less has to be a tip in. So I'm thinking tip in at the rim for Boone with the passer.
9:67 and Cade Cunningham. Jumper.
Big time.
Got size, but likely no good on that first possession. TCU using their 9th different starting lineup this season for Jamie Dixon.
Early, you know, now he's going to come out with a little more zest to set those screens, and he'll roll hard. And when he rolls hard, that's when things start to open up for that offense.
Then the border battle between number 11 Tennessee and Kentucky at Rupp Arena. Both of these games on ESPN and the app, so you can watch from anywhere. And
file, that game always delivers.
Samuel delivers with another dunk. He's got 9. Yeah, it's weird to be taught. Interestingly enough, that Duke loss to Miami earlier in the week could help Oklahoma State enter the top 25. There's Nemhoff, Florida, and the hits just keep coming. Pittsburgh beat Virginia Tech earlier. What's going on a Wednesday, Spatola?
It's a great question. You know, you can't play this game in a tuxedo. Oklahoma State sleepwalking so far, showed up for some fine dining or something. TCU's got their fatigues last 5 minutes.
As we said at the top of this telecast, this is a sort of homecoming for Cade Cunningham, at least in the Big 12.
Look at this footage. I love Day'Ron Sharpe. I really do. The two bigs, Garrison Brooks has had a nice year, but the two bigs that carry. And with no Caleb Boone, this smaller Oklahoma State lineup, particularly up front, and Kevin Samuel having his way.
Cunningham goes 2 for 2. And that extends the Oklahoma State lead to 2. Now it's under 2 minutes. John Higgins and Tony Padilla and company, they could go to the monitor and check this out. It's 0.6 left. It's a 1-point Oklahoma State lead with the ball. Both teams have 1 timeout remaining. Both teams in the double bonus. Oklahoma State did not
convert. And now Oklahoma State does not have a timeout, so you assume Mike Boynton drew up a point.
Good spacing by the Cowboys. Here's Cunningham on the baseline, guarded by Sills. Cunningham, left hand, no. Offensive. There's Cunningham from the wing. No good. The Oklahoma State defense, and a takeaway from the Cowboys. Cunningham, low post, nice. Yes. Cunningham working on Smith. Forced it up, no good.
Down. But I'll tell you what, he was dynamite in their win over Auburn. They were down 20-9 to Auburn in that game to start it. Storm back in the second. When you're making shots, so Oklahoma State shot well, you know, teams taking it out of the net, that's going to slow you down. Turnovers, there weren't as many live ball as Cade.
This is part of the SEC Big 12 Challenge presented by Continental Tire. Cunningham.
You know, one of my favorite players in the NBA, Rich, and has been since the day he got into the league, is Marcus Smart.
Marcus Fords and 5 dimes this afternoon. And he brings the Cowboys to within 2. Vanover from the other corner. Different result this time. In the corner, Walker, no. And a chance to tie or take the lead for the Razorbacks. Lob and the throwdown by Boone. We are untied again. Boone with 6.
Through 2 guys and then over the top of 7-3. Again, you can't really teach that. That is a lot of feel. But they're coming with a double now. And I'd rather him getting something going to the basket.
Live, one of the better coaches in the country.
You saw the 2 wins he has against Kansas. Those both came in 2018.
Well, a little bit of light dream shake, if you will, his own version of it. This young man is really good as any in the conference in the block. He's struggled a little bit against Oklahoma in terms of getting into the game. So getting baskets early for him and getting rhythm is important.
Saturday at K-State, he already has 3 shots tonight. Kansas, their 3rd turnover. Cunningham again, open and nails another 3.
Others who come off the bench for Kansas.
And Coach Self told us there's a chance Bryce Thompson could play tonight. We haven't seen it so far. It's interesting to watch the switching here tonight. Cunningham.
That's an example of moving Cade around.
Looking to get the final shot of the half. Cunningham with 3 shorts.
Cade was more of the aggressor. And let's see if Kansas adjusts to that here in this first half. Or second half, I'm sorry.
Cunningham picks up where he left wide right. A lot of defensive help down low.
Yeah, it won't show up in the box score, but Boone did a great job of pushing McCormick out.
Campus, it's Rondell Walker. And a rebound that time for his roommate Cunningham, his 6th. Cade pulls up from 12 and drops that in.
They could have done better here as they vacated this pick and roll and the ball screens anytime they face this zone. Likely out fouling. Great out of bounds possession in the right man's hands.
Cunningham, 15-footer, bounces off.
Big 12 plays, and just about every game they've played has been a 1-possession ball game in league play. Gordon knocks down his first look. Deshaun
of that. Force Oklahoma State to have to guard you off the bounce.
And there's Cunningham. 10 to shoot for the Pokes.
Finish on the layup attempt.
Got to finish those. Got to finish.
Cade Cunningham leans in. That's his first bucket.
Oh, yeah, Bob, and that's it.
Finish again, a second chance basket for West Virginia.
Yeah, good, very fortuitous bounce, and Deuce McBride knows what to do with it.
Cunningham hits a 3. In double figures for West Virginia. He's got 10 points and 8 rebounds already here in the first half. Cunningham at the elbow, knocks it down.
That's what I want. That means tonight he's 6 for 6, and that's what they need from him. It takes a lot of pressure off of Cade Cunningham.
He gives it up to Cunningham here, and that's a triple that just rims out.
With the 2 fouls, so he can afford to be aggressive offensively.
Cunningham for 3, connects.
I like it, Bob. And then they had enough confidence in him to play him in both the semis and the finals, 18 in the final. And here's the kicker, 88-4 as a...
Shot fake coming up short, though, Bryce Williams. But he ends up for Oklahoma State. Cunningham drives it. Strength through the reach in from Emmett. He just hasn't gotten there often enough, so he didn't have enough attempts, but he was shooting 92% at the line coming into tonight as Cunningham with the left hand able to get it to go.
Space on the baseline. That's one way to defeat a double team, is make your move before the second defender comes.
Step back from Cade Cunningham.
Oh boy, home to TCU, and game they had won.
Cunningham.
Great post up off the inbound.
Fair point. Cunningham for three. McNeil the rebound.
I'll tell you, West Virginia has found a formula without Oscar Tshiebwe going forward. I love the small lineup.
Cunningham can't answer. How did they respond now? Here's the freshman going to work. Cunningham muscles one up and gets it to go.
Very crafty. And Taz Sherman right on the money.
Sherman's got 20. Another bucket for Cade Cunningham.
Winner.
Two possession lead with under a minute to go. Cunningham a step back three. In and out. Offensive rebound.
Cunningham looking. Gets the feed. Can't finish that time. Oklahoma State led by as many as a dozen. That's been cut to 6. Cunningham has been quiet so far today. It's a three. He one and done after the miss by McClung, and under 5 minutes to go in the half. Oklahoma State's bumped it back to an 8-point lead. The floater.
Easy on the drives to the rim, giving that help, and then rotating down to help the helper. For an opportunity for the lane to open up.
Folks able to keep it alive. A 16-footer in and out.
Oklahoma State's got to settle down.
Cunningham for Boone. Off the back rim. He does not have any foul issues. Cunningham trying to create 17-footer. Good. Tied again. Cunningham taking it to the rim. Too strong off the back. Cunningham has it. Oklahoma State has numbers if they want to take it. Boone underneath the reverse lay-in. Timeout. Cade takes that right away. Cunningham on McClung. It's a likely rebound, or likely his 6th board of the game. Cunningham fake drives, missed with the left hand.
As Matt Coleman gets in, trying to wrestle it free. Here is Cunningham inside the paint. No. I said Cunningham wearing 0. It's Avery Anderson with the ball now wearing 0. Cunningham wearing 2, of course. Here is Cunningham, long 3. Too strong. Size and versatility as he switches on Jones. Good position, and it was trying to find a cutting Ty Jones. And
this will be their first in-conference big test to start the season.
no good on 2 outside shots there for Oklahoma.
Has just helped OSU in that Texas has not been able to find the rhythm.
Ramey gets a hand up against Cunningham. Sims with the rebound.
Yeah, and these shots show up. is Cade. This is real. I thought Jones would be the guy for Texas this year because he had gotten to a point where he was really excited about
here for Texas. They're on to start off Big 12 play 1-0. They were supposed to open up the Big 12 season last Sunday in Waco against. And that goes against Royce Ham, and Ham now has 3. Much there by Greg Brown. Brown is up to 20 points. Back-to-back double-doubles for Greg Brown. First time in his career he's done. So if you think about those 2 technical foul free throws, right? I mean, we're talking about a 4-point game right now. But Oklahoma State still within striking distance.
We feel like as good as Texas is, I mean, we can beat most anyone in conference play regardless.
To the bench, Greg Brown, the best game of his young career, especially when you consider the competition. Now there's 8 on the shot clock. A little earlier in the second half.
Dixon has already started 10 different players, Fran. They missed their first shot, and here's Cunningham with the ball.
Watch the power to the basket. This right in the mid-cities. And we were talking to him yesterday. He played against Cade Cunningham when Cade was a freshman at Arlington Bowie. Rich, you know, one of the other things I've told people for many years, you not only have great athletes in the city and in the Metroplex, and the coaching's gotten better, but like the Dukes and the Kentuckys get the one-and-done guys. But in this case, it's really hard to play so many young players and have the success both teams have had. So
Our first half stats brought to you by Ally, and you see the key stats. Kevin Samuel came to play, 11 points, leading the TCU Horned Frogs. And right off
offensive presence, he snuck behind the basket. Good finish. Another switch opportunity. They're going at Cade early now.
Cunningham with the left hand.
Hey, not the answer. Go right through his chest.
Here's another turnover. Could be an easy 2 at this end. And a dunk from Cade.
And the original ruling is that they're going to be out of the NCAA tournament this year. It took Cade Cunningham about 2 weeks, but he said, you know what? I want to go to Oklahoma State because I want to be.
Bush's defenses, maybe not TCU, but TCU has played well defensively tonight.
Well, they have, and listen, this is a different level. It's counterintuitive to say this in his game. He's got that size. Now, he's not the athlete Grant Hill was, but in terms of being a great all-around prospect at 6'8", pass.
Showing the patience, just probing in the lane.
We'll see. That's what I like there. Yeah, when you attack a shot blocker, you got to
go up against Coach, the leading scorer in the ACC.
The key to this game will be if Prentice Hub can deal with the ball pressure of Jordan Goldwire of Duke.
Talked to Mike Bray today. He said they have to take care of.
Weave is going to make a shot, and now tide is turned because if you're Mike Boynton, you're likely going to put it in the hands of a guy that is going to be a high draft pick.
And big jump step through the lane, had to give it up. Late in the clock now, though. Cunningham's got to go.
Dexter Dennis has his hands full this afternoon trying to guard Cade Cunningham. And keep a lot of fresh bodies in there. And now Isaac Brown has a full complement of players for the first time this season.
Cunningham for 3, wouldn't go. Altariq Gilbert, corner 3, wouldn't go. Weak side rebound in a hurry, Bryce Williams. Cunningham on Udeze, couldn't finish. Trey Wade with a rebound, nice defensive. He has 6 early points.
Took his time that time, pivoted to his right, pivoted back to his left, and put it over the rim for a nice bucket.
Cunningham has started 0 for 4. Likely to trigger it in, looking for Cunningham. And Cunningham can't find the range.
Yeah, he can't buy it. Start backdoor. You got to keep cutting backdoor.
Cunningham working on Dennis. And Dennis walls up, gets the rebound, and Cunningham lane off the fingertips of Poor Bear Chandler.
Yeah, Poor Bear Chandler was wide open, but the defense was so big on Trevin Wade, he had a hard time finding him. There's a bucket by Cade Cunningham in
Carolina. And a lot of former Shockers probably still having nightmares about Juwan Evans, Bob.
Yeah, Juwan Evans dropped a high number against the Shockers at Intrust Bank Arena.
Shot clock is off. Cade Cunningham with just 5 first-half points. And he hooks one over Dexter Dennis anyway.
Like the Shockers are going back to man-to-man.
And Dexter Dennis, when they has had the assignment. There's his first shot attempt in the second half.
Well, it wasn't a post-up.
Just content to dribble it down.
He's going to take this shot here.
Over Dennis, hits. His first basket of the half.
Start in 2006-2007. Around and out. Cunningham right there. As you mentioned, as a team, ORU makes 11 of these again, and they move the ball and share it really well. And one-on-one there, Cade to Oral Roberts. Bill Self was there 4 years. Barry Henson 2 after that. Scott Sutton 18. So there's a better job of defending the three-point line. That is what makes ORU dangerous tonight. And that one falls over the front of the rim. Crisply swing it side to side, and I think Oklahoma State's athleticism, they ought to be able to attack gaps after ball movement. Cunningham with a miss. 4-point Golden Eagle lead. And Cunningham's shot swatted out. Winding down, there's a really long three that's off the mark. And the follow. Cunningham miss. They have 8 assists on their 10 field goal makes. That's usually a good indication that the ball's moving. And now, is he an elite shooter? No, not yet. But he really, takes good shots, and then he's got good balance. He forced that one right there. That long jump shot. Not a lot of wasted motion either, and movement of his body. Cunningham, soft touch. Oklahoma State defensively against Oakland. I mean, they met him well above the three-point line. You can pressure the ball and still contain, especially with the athleticism that Oklahoma State had. Not accustomed to defending 25+ feet from the basket on another quote-unquote big. Cunningham makes it look easy on. Cunningham steps back, knocks it down. I mean, what a great backdoor cut right there with Bryce Williams overplaying Asmus. And that one falls over the front of the rim. Cunningham step back three. Good. Cade spins, falls away, and drops it in. By Blake Lampman, the Lampman lighting it up. Trey Townsend with that one. And that, a little more communication there. Everybody taking care of individual defensive assignments. And Cunningham at his size, Mike. He's a 6'8" point guard. I mean, he's got good strength, which will only get better. Wingspan, everything. You can just tell when he steps up, he thinks it's going down. He really does a good job of getting his feet set and being square. going straight up and down. See that right there? Offensively, it's going to be a tough matchup for him.
Long rebound out to Cowboys. Rebound up ahead. The alley can't finish. Cunningham will get the foul and the basket.
Down there.
Cunningham puts it up.
Apply a little bit of pressure when you're athletic like those guys. And now what you've done is you've created these opportunities.
Cunningham, another air ball, well defended. And Cunningham with the soft touch. He ties a career high he had against Detroit.
Yeah, I don't know why you pick up full court on that soft pressure like that and allow him. You got 4 freshmen, Mike, in there with Kuma.
Offense.
See the quick help there defensively by Marquette.
Cunningham, the shake and hit.
Well, that's what you have.
Big 12, Big East battle. Dump down, Cunningham.
Good high-low. And we're seeing the versatility here.
Cunningham. Shot clock is down to 6. First misfire for Cunningham.
Yeah, good.
Cunningham whips the pass. Likely reverses. Cunningham, his first 3.
In the 7 years Steve Wojciechowski's been at Marquette as the head coach.
Cunningham, the misfire.
It's a there's the lob.
And it was snipped out by Likely, leads to the run out for Cunningham. Cade Cunningham.
Well, there's that grace. Easy, so we just take it for granted. But that's why he's potentially the #1 pick in next year's draft.
Cunningham with the left hand had his shot blocked. In front of the iron. Cunningham, they've been trying to post him up earlier. This time a pull-up. Upset with himself.
It hasn't.
And wow, the ball just dribbled off of Flavor's foot. Opportunity for Oklahoma State. Cunningham with the left hand. Woo! Big time.
There's that E.
Cade Cunningham rises and rips.
Boy, that's why he's...
Coach Jones has got some nice bigs, got some athleticism there. You got some good, experienced, tough guards.
Cunningham with the left hand. 8 minutes left here in this first half. Home opener for the Cowboys. And Cunningham not.
These coaches, Mike, are talking about the first 5 minutes of the second half. Oklahoma State an opportunity to set the tone and separate. Texas Southern
can't get the banker to go, and here comes Likely across the stripe. Cunningham kicks it back out. Drives and kisses it off the window.
Probably a little too much opportunity right at the rim for Mike Boynton's liking.
And Cunningham to bucket the foul.
He was 147. He was stronger than he looked, and so he already had kind of this wiry strength. So you had enough
positive things from their programs in the first 5 minutes. The Cowboys have definitely started to light it up a little bit.
You notice Oklahoma State was playing defensively that possession. I like that much better. They're still extending teams. Eddie Sutton's teams extended teams and to get it back to him.
Nice fake there by Cunningham, unable to. Likely with a great dish. And Cunningham with a slam.
Brad came off of that last year at Illinois, and it really has helped them. And now they are really rolling as a program up there. And I think in addition to...
Out of the Sun Belt Conference.
Likely
Looking for Boone, but that pass sealed off. Here's a three from Cunningham. Not able to find his first.
220 pounds. He's a point guard, built like a power forward. You see how they post him up inside.
Cunningham, tip. Boone able to tip that in. Cade has missed his first two from the field. One of those a three-point shot. Chris Harris now in the game for Oklahoma State. Gives it up. A three off the front.
2 great years for Mike Marquis over at Tyler Junior College, about an hour and a half east of Dallas.
6-0 run for UTA over the last 2.5+ minutes. Swinging around underneath. Matthew Alexander Moncrief, one of the new additions, number 12 for the Pokes. Cunningham from 14. Thought he got bumped.
A little bit later, but go get yours for now and get some momentum going for the Cowboys.
Second bucket for Cunningham. He has 4 points. For the Cowboys, just over 7 minutes to go in the half.
They're an athletic bunch. You can tell they are not intimidated at all.
Phillips threading through the defense and his foul going to the rim.
On the floor. You know, and we talked to Mike Boynton earlier in the week, and I asked him, Cade is so unselfish. Do you expect him to be
in the room? A lot of people are going to say he's only there because of his brother.
Yeah.
Cade says, my brother is the cherry on top of it all.
Well, you got to remember, Mike Boynton offered this kid a scholarship when he was a freshman.
Little shot if they can get it. 2, 1. Tried to bank it in, not there for Olame, not much time. Cunningham, it would count if it goes.
Competed, they're athletic, they're deep. And although Azor comes in as their best player on paper, they have a lot of weapons. Look at that move, strong move. And a nice
gets it back and lays it in.
Oh, he knows how to score, this guy. He's dynamite, he's like a microwave.
Cunningham doesn't have numbers, but he's going to put it up.
Probably answered is he still had possession. Let's watch. See, if your body takes you out of bounds, let's see. We couldn't see it. Isaac Likely and Tyrese Halliburton on a USA team that won the gold medal for Bruce Weber.
Look at all the action at Oregon State in Corvallis. Busy football day the day after Thanksgiving.
What a great job Matt Campbell has done at Iowa State. No.
Dallas's Mitchell is the player of the year defensively in the Big 12. Here's Cunningham for 3. Low thumb. And Moncrief has the rebound. Cunningham, a floater, is good. Bob, a little bit more than Baylor's were last night for the early pace to be expected.
Yeah, I agree. Baylor played that first half in quicksand.
Cunningham short.
Watch the post up here by Cunningham.
Cunningham off a curl. Hits from the foul line. Roll.
They'll have to make that 3 ball because the zone keeps those 3 guards from driving to the paint.
Cunningham a step back. Emblematic of what Baylor is about. It's not like Scott Drew has turned Baylor into the McDonald's All-American recruitment factory as Cunningham goes coast to coast. Flagler with a 3-pointer that's way too long. Here comes Cunningham. He'll pull up. He hits a triple. Oh,
to end athlete running and that right there.
Cade Cunningham for 3. That rims off. Free throw line, and Deuce McBride found that soft spot but missed the jumper. Cunningham the trailer. That was a brick. Cunningham across the lane. Bernard Kuma, chest of Cade Cunningham.
Ice can play center because he doesn't have to worry about Chamwa Chachua shooting from the perimeter.
Cunningham no good for 3. The championship game is underway, and it begins with a highlight. Cade Cunningham.
But at the end of a long season, having a day off in between, I think is the bigger advantage.
Cunningham, an easy 2 with all the attention he draws. It's another layup. It's good.
Cunningham might be the MVP of this game. We've talked about Coleman and Sims, but that is how you win games right there.
The acceleration and the left-handed scoop by Davion Mitchell.
Boy, that was outstanding. Look at this. Baylor's defense has in transition. Oh, that's nice.
A block by Caleb Boone. Cunningham,
Look
another hit ahead. Rondell Walker throws him down.
This Everyday John is not bringing it every day in this tournament. He's got to go stronger than that. Well, Boone.
Caleb Boone, jump hook, yes.
Back in history, every national champion seemingly has had a game like this. Right now, they're in control. Up 7-7 to go.
Anderson. Plus the foul!
Shooting nearly 45% all season long.
Culver stolen by Cunningham. Baseball pass to Bryce Williams. The reverse with the curl by Bridges. Blocked by Caleb Boone. Cunningham off to Anderson. He's got another. Cunningham the rebound. Long bounce pass to Likely. He crosses over and finishes. All that way. So his team right now is on a 16-3 run. Cunningham trying to stretch it, gets it to Anderson. Oh, this is a
normal, which was very difficult to play against, let alone try to beat. Good pass.
There's a passing ability from Cade Cunningham to Caleb Boone.
Their aspirational mullet, I think. Any hair is aspirational for me.
Cunningham ahead and two more for Kuma down low at the end line. And they somehow didn't rebound. Tom Izzo's got to be livid right now.
Yeah, not going to be happy about that one play. As well you should. Because that way every once in a while they can put us on camera instead of being on ESPN radio.
Why are we doing radio today? There's a two.
One thing about Cade is he's getting started earlier and earlier in games. Nice pass.
And he sets up Caleb Boone for the game's first.
Is playing great basketball off the ball this year as a two-guard. He's been red hot lately.
Nice cut to the goal. A beautiful find.
See that crowd right there? Watch the jerseys. They're kind of working so he doesn't get to the basket easily.
There's a three.
They can crowd the lane again. Watch him double team a little bit there.
Cunningham kicks it out. And there's a buried three.
Player of the year because he was at the same time with Ralph Sampson, who was a three-time winner. He also was same time with Ewing, and it just was tough, but he was special. Oh, I miss him. He was really...
Starters for the Cowboys: Cunningham, Anderson, Williams, Walker, and Boone. And again, we'll look for Likely to make an impact in this one. And inside
here, who, by the way, was a high school teammate of Cade Cunningham at Arlington Bowie High School when Cade was a freshman.
Good look, the lob.
Young, that's long two, missed off the back heel by Bolton. Cunningham brings it ahead, feeds Boone for another slam for Caleb Boone. Cunningham keeps it alive after the miss by Anderson, and that leads to a
Don't take a step back because of Iowa State's record in the conference, and he really understands he has to do a little bit more because I say likely he's not playing.
Second three today. Three missed by Harris. Cunningham dumps it underneath. He gets an assist and another kind of semi-dunk there for Caleb Boone.
On the perimeter just to control that roll man to the rim and not give him that open look. There's better rotation there, but still they find him at the rim.
And a nice feed.
The tournament, they're a tough out as well at home.
VCU's been a bugaboo for Oklahoma State. As Cade finds the open man. Boone sets that screen. Moncrief looking for Caleb. Back cut, swing to the corner, three Walker, good. Good ball movement by Oklahoma State.
Trap defense.
Another miss on the layup from Antonio Gordon.
They are really struggling around the rim. 3 of 10 on layups.
Misses inside. Now numbers for Oklahoma State. Cunningham, Bryce Williams for three.
What a pass by Cade. Anybody else on the floor, really, outside of Avery Anderson, I'm all for it. But, man, that's a 44% three-point shooter, and that's the best player on the floor.
They're 6 of their last 6 shooting. That's not been the issue. at this point in time. Baron Flavors on the pass from Cade, with West Virginia and Oklahoma both with 3 seeds, and then Texas Tech and Texas both with 4 seeds. So 5 Big 12.
Caleb Boone and Avery Anderson. It just seems like he's happy to settle into the back and do all of the little things. As there's another alley-oop for Boone.
And by the way, a great...
Cunningham through the double team to the wing. And there's a 3 that goes
out of the gates slowly, but he's shooting over 40% from 3 his last 9 contests. Still needs to improve as a decision maker, but I think NBA scouts really like the athletic piece. And
Cunningham taking inside, and a great look to seal off Caleb.
0.9% network reliability.
I'm starting to feel better already.
It's just what the doctor ordered.
Payne. Here's this alley-oop first play. Again, that's size, just too much for that small front line of Oklahoma State. And then look at the look-off. Gives a little shimmy.
Blue and white. So far, Cade has yet to get in the scoring column, but Chris, we've seen him enough to know that the first half isn't where he does his damage mostly. He's guarded by Jalen Tate. Now the steal by Cunningham. And the feed to Moncrief. Feeds this team in 3-pointers made. That was his 20th this season. Here's Cunningham with a nice bounce pass in transition. Cunningham triggers the inbounds, throws it close, and they get the bucket. Cunningham, 59 with that free throw. Note makes them both.
In the ACC of late, they've been outstanding since they got back off their COVID pause. This would be a big win for Georgia Tech, who has talent. I think they've underachieved at times this year.
Game tonight, Mark. All the scouts, I guarantee you're at home watching, and perhaps in this arena, a lot of potential NBA guys on the floor.
Terrific pass. Floated off the rim. Rebound Moncrief. Cunningham. Back in the game. Finds Bryce. Jalen Wilson. Here's the drive. Wow. Avery.
They are missing a real feel-good story.
Certainly true. 3 years to the day it was announced that
in free throws and defensively taking those away from your opponent, when you are outscored like they have been at the foul line, it's tough to win.
Now Gordon, already a double-double off the Marcus. A triple for him. He's got 6.
Four games that he missed, as weaving inside is Kedrian Johnson. But as we all know, Fran, as likely scores again, you're out for a month with mono. I could not have put that more on a platter for you.
I feel your pain, man. I can't wait for the NFL draft.
Cunningham with a great cross-court.
The West Virginia Mountaineers have lost some opportunities on the glass. That's a walk.
Cunningham gives it up. Likely finishes uncontested.
The previous 2 seasons.
Boone able to affect that shot from Santos Silva. Likely doesn't shoot many of these, but his guys do. And Likely's third. And in their neighborhood.
Well, as a coach, you love that, because then you can tell your bigs, wait a minute, this guy's getting things done. And so,
by the way, Cunningham has 3 assists today. Trying to find his second bucket, gives it up for Likely, who's
So a goaltend is the call. What do you think? A little lean as well, Lance.
Yeah, and a shot that this Oklahoma team and collectively have not been able to make a lot of.
3 to go. And it looks like in the early going, the Cowboys are intent on getting the ball close to the rim, whereas Jamie Dixon's team is trying to fire away from outside the arc.
Trey Wade off the inbound, squeezed the trigger and couldn't find the range from the right baseline, and likely avoided big contact and laid it in. Well, that's what they give it up to Anderson. Now Cunningham has it back late in the shot clock. Anderson with 3 on the clock hits, and there's the unselfishness you were talking about. Cunningham and Williams collects the rebound up ahead to Cunningham, working on Dennis. Gives it up again. And a straightaway 3 is buried. Rondell Walker.
So probably
He's got 29 points.
Oklahoma State Their NCAA hopes are still alive. Their investigation appeal is still in play. Sloppy play right there by Cade. Just cannot do.
He'll drive it again. Gets it up to Magic. Banks it in to tie the game with 7 seconds to go. Here comes Cunningham. It looks like they're going to let him play it out. He lost the ball.
Santos Silva wouldn't go. Rebound. Boone. Here's Cunningham down. Left his feet through.
Clock is your friend. Got to go under 10.
Cunningham lost the handle. And Texas Tech. Ramey gets that one. Game. The score was even, and he took the shot at 16. Obviously, that's not what they want to do here. So what I'd ask you is, do you want to change?
Knocked out by a point in the Sun Belt Conference tournament. That's a strip and a steal.
Cutting down the lane, misses, and Cunningham comes away with it. We're going to talk a lot about Cade Cunningham coming up. His pro
the size of the defense there. You see the two doing a little early hand checking.
And you know Ramey is fired up for this matchup. Coleman with the steal.
Jalen Hill with the left hand. That's rejected by Caleb Boone.
Caleb Boone with the great shot block inside.
Nice job by Davion Harmon.
Hasn't quite gotten to a rhythm. He and Sims, Texas will need today.
Cunningham loses the rock, and Texas.
Mitch Lightfoot comes into the game for the first time as he replaces McCormick for KU. And there's Garrett jumping in the passing lane.
Thompson knocks it down, the 6'6" sophomore. And ORU will get it back.
All of the players he could possibly reach this past week after they won the championship to thank them for 18 years of hard work and sacrifice.
Here's another turnover.
Season doesn't just jack him up as Mike McGurl gets on the floor chasing it, and he gets taken down by Cade Cunningham, and they got a foul.
Come in with quite the same reputation as Cade, but he's had an unbelievable season. Really a dynamic guard, coming off a 28 the other day against.
Replaced by Jalen Bridges. Nice read by Taz Sherman. Jumped right into the passing lane.
Who knows? I mean, this is 8 players had the virus, so who knows how they'll recover. I don't know if they'll get back to where they were in those first.
Boys, 6 turnovers. Those are empty possessions that'll kill you. Here's Cunningham off the bounce. And a traveling violation.
I mentioned that, Lance, because when he hits 3 or more threes in a game for Kansas, the Jayhawks have not lost. They're 15-0 when he hits 3 or more threes in a game.
Aggressive cuts to the basket.
Yeah, because those aggressive cuts are layups and dunks. And the percentages change. But of late, Brown has gotten a
9 rebounds per game, I should say.
Look at Mike McGurl fighting Cade Cunningham. He pushed him all the way out to the three-point line.
There's Lucas.
Freshman. There's the trap again. I love this strategy.
And
Look
Cunningham
at that.
turns it over. Threw it right to Bob Huggins.
Possession right there. Mark Vital treated that ball like it was an egg.
Cunningham, a little too much mustard on the pass to Bernard.
Good again. He's the only coach to win an NCAA tournament against 5 different Division I schools. He's the only coach to lead 3 different schools to the Sweet 16 since the tournament expanded.
Mock draft. He was number 3. That kid's shell-shocked right now. You watched him the other night. He's a talented kid. But he feels like he's a failure now because he's not.
Step back, Boone the offensive rebound. He is extraordinarily energetic. Caleb Boone is, as he sets up a second chance for Oklahoma State that Cunningham threw away.
Senior who spent 3 years at Arkansas Tech, who had career average of 18 a game.
Pass stolen.
They try to trap Cunningham, and that pass for Likely is intercepted. And Chris
Floater too strong. Here comes Cade Cunningham the other way. Gives it up to the wing. And I guess Bryce Williams was on the sideline.
It's not easy, and particularly in a game like this where it's so fast-paced, timing and instinct, it becomes so important.
Half wingspan. He's 6'8". He's got a 7'1" wingspan. It's a different deal.
Lost the handle. Here's Davion Brown.
NAIA champions 57, 58, 59 has also been inducted. But John McClendon sits right up there with B and Iba and the great ones.
Tough pass from Brown to Garrett. Garrett couldn't handle it. Cunningham turns it over.
He can be guarded. It's really paid dividends for the Sooners.
Cunningham stepped out.
Best team in college basketball.
That one knocked away, and here is Cunningham on the move. The big guy has it taken away.
See how well Oklahoma State is shooting it to start the game today. They've taken advantage of turnovers, too. They have 10 points off turnovers. Iowa State doesn't have any points off turnovers.
So the Tigers with an answer with Walker the third.
Little pressure against a missed free throw. You don't see that often.
And Ramey got the steal as Cunningham threw it away.
Points in this first half in the collegiate debut for Cade Cunningham, facing a feisty.
Smith misses, but it's picked off by Sills.
By the way, Baylor has pretty good guards, Bob. Just want to let you know.
Their depth chart at that position looks so.
To McCormick, who has to catch that pass. It's a completely different animal when you're talking about no dope.
Cunningham tried it. That's 11 first.
Cunningham with that crossover lost it as he ran into Harris. Back.
Cunningham, 6'8", 220 pounds, running the point. And he runs into trouble. Offensive foul.
14.
Yeah, Harmon really coming up big, shooting over that zone right now. These next 2 minutes are big here for Oklahoma State.
Cunningham lost his footing. Harkless.
It's been a great half. Let's see how they finish with Cade Cunningham. Ball in his hands. And an offensive foul on Cade.
Offense straight away. They're rolling right now. And so they've got Kansas on their heels because of the zone defense.
Like a lot of tired shots. And so your legs get a little bit heavy. That obviously affects things.
Traveling called on Cunningham.
Sophomores that are already in double figures, but they need Mac McClung to be more efficient than he was in the first half.
Cunningham, I don't know whether that was a pass or a shot.
All the starters for Oklahoma State in there now. Flavors, their three-point shooter's been kind of quiet. He's only taken one shot. There's steps called on.
Steps back. Cunningham, cross-court pass read by Davion Harmon.
Yep, another challenge by Kevin Samuel, who's now holding his nose a little bit.
2 minutes
Look
gone
at the
by,
purple. Look at the
6-point
purple.
lead and a turnover for the Frogs.
Kansas foul was on Jalen Wilson. He has 2, joining Abaji and Garrett with 2 fouls. Moncrief did pick up his 3rd for Oklahoma State, and the Cowboys turned.
Well, he put it up with his left hand on the follow and just kind of fanned on it, went all the way over the basket. Good hustle there by Josephat Bilal of getting on the floor for that loose ball. And he gets
Not faked by McNeil, but he couldn't hit the wide open 3. And he was a sniper in junior college.
Almost
Emmett
had
Matthews, really nice in defensive transition.
And a big dunk that goes off the back of the rim.
Good challenge by Cunningham.
Using those extra large mitts of his.
Now's a good time because you would imagine he's going to touch the ball a lot. If you find yourself one-on-one with him in the gym, what is your main goal when you're...
And he's got a demeanor that is so good with the players. He's so smart. And I think he takes not only the
great John McClendon, Hall of Famer 3 different ways, Fran Fraschilla, the secret game back in 1944.
Absolutely. The game between what is now...
Tonight at TCU, you have Dr. James Cash being honored as well, the first African-American player in the Southwest Conference.
Back into this game.
Kansas State's just not even giving themselves a chance here.
Oh, Cunningham gives it back. Rudy Williams.
Had the game-winning shot. The heartbreakers against TCU in Texas.
Well, yeah, and I think they've used that as motivation today. You saw them come out with a renewed focus on the...
Cunningham again double-teamed and throws it along the baseline. Reeves read it. And
get to the game, his first field goal attempt of the game, Monty Jackson.
Yeah, nice bucket that time by Jackson, driving and finishing. Good steal that time. It was either Etienne or Jackson getting it.
You score, Mike, then you let me score. And we'll both make each other feel good about our offensive games. So you make it easy. Sometimes with both teams.
To the FIBA U19 World Championship gold medal 2 summers ago. They won in the finals over Mali, and Cade Cunningham had himself a game.
Outside, Jared Butler.
How would you clean up the rule, Jay? I would make it more difficult. I would move it to the gather.
So likely goes 1 for 2. It's a 6-point lead for TCU. They have the ball coming up on 12.5 to go.
That's away. The Scott, the Drew family nice gene is hard to shake.
Yeah, see, Jericho is not a low post scorer. He gets it off the dunker spot.
And that's a travel. It's a turnover.
Are really sensitive to the fact of what these coaches had to face this year with the pandemic and what they had to deal with and delays, pausing the programs, and making decisions about...
Disrupt the morale of the zone defense. You pound it into the paint. Third reason is if you're something that's been rare tonight because the effort level has been outstanding. Watch the hustle.
Great
now.
look from Kedrian Johnson, and there's McBride hustling after it.
Went and made him angry.
Miles can't answer, but the tip-in is good from Easley.
Weathers now with 8. Cunningham has it stripped from behind. And back coming
to Cunningham. Into traffic again. Some contact, no call. Brown's got the loose ball.
Cade Cunningham, he's been quiet today. 3 in the first half, 4 in the second.
Good pass.
Cunningham left of the lane.
Oh, great. What he did was the
double. You know, that North Carolina team has one of Cade Cunningham's old high school teammates.
You know, Fonz mentioned the big guy Garrison Brooks, but they got Dayron Sharp, who played with Cade. Former high school teammates right here. How about that?
Edwards takes it away.
Cunningham on the gas pedal. Got the switch now. Chamwa Chachua guarding Cunningham. And he just lost the dribble.
Tonight they've got 6. So a totally different defensive performance in this game for KU. And there's a hand in and a steal by Abaji.
Bob, that's the thing I like about the way he's matured as a junior.
Jumping over the top to get the steal is Asaboyan.
Screen Kuma. That's intercepted. Turned over by Cunningham.
Now Cunningham posting up Udeze. Interesting matchup. Council over to help. Behind the back pass stolen away by Dexter Dennis.
Yeah, he scored a couple of points and was 0 for 5 from 3 as well. So right now, OU is trying to play without Brady Manning.
A player.
A nice steal again by Harkless.
He knows that corner pretty well. He's made a few of those this year from deep.
A turnover. Abaji tosses ahead.
Then they just start to recognize where the defense is coming from, where their people are, and where they can get buckets. And we're seeing that happen before our eyes with Cade.
Cunningham hesitates and loses it.
6'8" is going to match up with Cunningham, also 6'8".
Cunningham drives it, leans in. Osaboyan blocked it, but a foul.
Who had been coming off the bench, Jamie Dixon plugs him into the starting lineup, says we need your shooting, the spacing it creates, and he has delivered.
Been a lot more difficult for Texas, as you would expect in the matchups that played so far this season. As the win against Sam Houston State was the 4th time in 7 games.
Cunningham down to the block. Off the curl, Cunningham had the ball poked away. The other freshman, Dawson Garcia, comes up.
Cade Cunningham today, and the numbers back that up. Good for him. He can tell his grandkids, I played against a guy that went on to the NBA.
On the recovery defense. Just a special player on both ends. What a pass. Just a special.
He is so good, it's unreal. See, this is not on the foul line. That foul line is the Crimson nightmare. Use him as a year. I got him at the 3rd year. The VBI just reminded me. 3rd year in the league, he's an all-star. And that's saying a lot, because that league.
See his versatility on the perimeter. They're trying to post him up right in front of the rim.
Tipped around. John
grabs the rebound off the miss.
And you'll see the same thing from Jalen Green if you watch those G League Ignite games.
How about that?
2 of those this year from deep.
A turnover. Abaji tosses ahead to Wilson. That's blocked by Cunningham from the
Rebound. And they find Jones spotting up. He misses the shot. Williams collects. He's blocked. Blocked again. And
Normally it's an entire Saturday where the world goes upside down. It's so hard to pinpoint this year, Rich. We've seen teams come back.
You can't roll them off. The lob for McCormick comes down a second opportunity, loses it, and out comes
He'll likely come up and set this screen and then dive.
Cunningham.
At high school, he went to high school about an hour away from Stillwater, and he'd have to wait in the lobby of the high school gym and say,
try to buy likely a little bit of rest as we are next whistle at the under 12 timeout. Culver fed the baseline.
Defense is in the DNA of this program going back to the late Mr. Henry Iba.
There's Mike Miles.
Ice cream, 31 flavors.
It's got to be the best name number combination in college basketball.
Good back cut.
And they normally do.
Poor Bear Chandler checks in along with Clarence Monzie Jackson, and Poor Bear Chandler gets the buzzer Oklahoma State lead. Gilbert blew by, then Cunningham was there to
Ty Jones steps inside for two. Way up in the air goes Brown and has the rebound.
I thought Cade got a little bit of a chicken wing. He got away with that a little bit.
Hesitation dribble for Coleman to Sims.
That's what I like. That shot right there takes hours of practice. Anybody who's played knows that.
Jones. And a blocking foul.
Take a look now. Locked in man-to-man. Keep in mind that they are usually a man-to-man team, although in this tournament the zone.
That ball tipped and recovered by Ramey. He'll try a three. It was knocked out and knocks it out.
That's called a high IQ move right there by Likely.
Moncrief. Rock Cunningham, another rebound.
I like what I think Oklahoma State's done tonight, and that is mix up the defenses. He's
guarding America. Culver, offensive rebound. Sometimes the best offense for West Virginia is a missed shot.
Zone now by Oklahoma State. They do this 30% of the time this season. They love the zone.
Culver with a fake at the foul line. Slides to the goal. Kuma on the offensive glass. Can't put it home. And another rebound for Culver. Taz Sherman will attack. Close. On the elbow. Likely the rebound. Cunningham tied up. Lost it to Matthews. He missed the layup.
Unbelievably fast and quick.
You mentioned Thamba. He's been very active. Couple of screens here to set up this opportunity for Butler. Bigs they have. Thamba and then Chamwa Chachwa there taking the charge as Butler picks his way to the rim. And they middle of the floor. That was M.A. Moncrief, the freshman, for a very young Oklahoma State team. Easy to the basket for you.
That's another tough one. Don't you tend to go with the best player on the best team? I mean, I think I would go with hit home runs, but you would construct your roster to get more home run hitters. That's essentially what Alabama's done. Another whistle. Just smart basketball to attack the matchup you want.
Mike Boynton wondered this morning how they would handle the switch as Meyer. The legs are there. You can see it tonight. There's a lot of bounce in the step of the Baylor Bears, number 3 in the country, maybe going on number 2 again, as Meyer gets the fly by, and he just lost the dribble. Teague step through, got it for 2.
You see that wrap around?
Harkless to Maddox. Beautifully done. Good. And yet his team leads by 2. Coming up on 6 minutes gone by in the second half. Emoji Gibson down the lane.
And a game that he's not scoring, Bob.
Reeves, 5 to shoot. Spins down the lane. And it looks like he will draw the... Harkless goes at Cunningham. Gives it up. Reeves left alone for 2.
Because of a linebacker, he's so tough.
Well, 6'5", 215 pounds, can play like a linebacker, that's for sure, as that drive.
That is sad. I mean, I could understand a year or 2, but 5 years to make decisions, give me a break.
I guess I got you started.
Oh, he is so good, it's unreal. See, this is not on the foul line. That foul line is the Grills a nightmare. Use him as
Cunningham is the no doubt about it #1 pick. What would they be looking at?
I think defensive intensity.
Taylor, you look at Davian Mitchell, you look at Butler. Those guys got to be in the chatter too. Nice drive right there.
What a finish.
And not in a nasty way. He does it in a really positive way. When you get your star doing that, that just helps the whole team. I can remember the 3rd year. The VBI just reminded me. 3rd year in the league, he's an all-star. And that's saying a lot because that league.
Good matchup. Anderson, McClung.
Good find inside. Anderson not able to get it to go. Here's McClung. McClung speeding up ahead. Left hand puts
about Chris Beard and the connection to Bob Knight. Of course, Coach Knight and Mr. Rival were very close. Well, it didn't grow much, but I stopped playing. I had to get a broom.
Johnson the pull-up. In and out. Condit going back up and scores.
Oh, good job by
up towards the stands. Jackson looking to get past Cunningham, but his pass went past Solomon Young, and they've been
communicating and contesting.
Cyclones have gone 6 minutes without scoring, and that drop.
And contact, and offensive rebound goes to Kansas State. Bradford, nice move from the big man. An historical hidden figure. African-American who has made significant impact.
Of a double-double, 16 points and 14 rebounds in the losing effort against West Virginia. McCormick off the feed from Garrett. There's another takeaway. And Aruna got a hand in. Wilson foul. He slid a t-shirt or two from Mizzou into the drawer.
Dirty trick.
That he was unaware of, right? Just to make sure he knew where his roots were. As McCormick scores in Garrett.
I like what Bill Self's doing. He's trapping Cunningham in ball screens now.
Jalen Wilson drives it. And that's out.
The screen and roll and offensive rebounds and drop-offs and running the court. Don't let him outwork you. And already for 2 buckets, he's outworked Baylor.
This is Teague against Cunningham. Maceo Teague, that's really tough. He stepped into bracket coverage, now fades away and misses.
In the low post.
Avion Harmon scoops and scores.
These two schools, they get after it big time against each other.
Austin Reeves thought he would.
I got to bet the 3rd year. The VBI just reminded me. 3rd year in the league, he's an all-star. And that's saying a lot because that league.
Red Raiders really don't have a pure point guard. They basically play with combo guards in the backcourt.
I think he was playing 88 by.
That is 14 in the country.
McClung jumper.
All right, there it is.
McClung for 3.
Cunningham keeping a close eye on him.
From 3, which Nigel Pack remedied and ended up hitting a career high in that game.
Normally it's an entire Saturday where the world goes upside down. It's so hard to pinpoint this year, Rich. We've seen teams come back.
There's another Oklahoma State turnover. And a tough. Where would you go, Chris?
Oh, against the zone, you know, that.
Still plenty of time. Over 5 minutes to go in Stillwater. Defender fell down, and Garrett flipped.
He'll likely come up and set this screen and then dive.
Cunningham.
Mike Boynton told us he likes having playmakers on the floor, multiple playmakers, and Avery Anderson III is exactly that.
That's the first step, but then the second step is you've got to knock down the shots, and they're really executing right now.
The ball up 1.
Kiss mine.
McClung.
Greg Brown with the rebound. Ramey working baseline, tough inside. Loves the guys like Williams and Avery Anderson. They were the main storyline as the supporting cast played well in the first half.
About times, Rich, is almost too unselfish. But what you love about his game is he gets everybody.
Oklahoma State lead. Gilbert blew by, then Cunningham was there to
Oh, push off inside. Culver was lucky.
Whips a pass to Bridges. Likely the rebound. He is steaming at his team as an 8-point lead that they had about 4 minutes ago is gone. Stabilized.
It's an excellent offensive rebounding team. They force a ton of turnovers. Baylor gets extra possessions. Great screen for the screener.
Half minute to play. Reeves to Manick in the corner for the top.
Scored in the first half. In fact, if you take his last 5 games first half output, he had only 18 points.
Great job at Iowa State since he's been there. 2 Big 12 tournament titles. Been to the NCAA.
Bruce Weber barking out instructions from the sideline. Pack off the glass.
Abaji. Yes.
And then if the shot does get late, you have to ask, do you foul before they take the shot, get the shot off? You don't want to give them 3.
Oakland. Wide open 3. Short is 14 for the Cowboys, and the lead is 3. That one won't.
Now Mike for Cade Cunningham.
And a 6-0 run for the Cowboys. 2-minute-plus drought for Oakland that ends right there with that.
Brady will be happy because they literally did turn it over 3 times and only up 3-0 down. And one strong penetration.
The lead still at 6.
I think that's the philosophy of Mike Boyne. You can't overdo it. You're right, Bob. It's a balance. Oh, that's nice.
A block by Caleb Boone.
Scores are underclassmen.
Floater from Harmon.
And they let it play on.
Davion Harmon.
Taking over. I'm anxious to see how this future NBA star takes over the last 9 minutes.
There's Reeves. And 9 rebounds. Down to 15 seconds to go. Davion Harmon. He will drive it around Cunningham. Can't get it to go.
And we're angry about that. No respect.
Reeves lost his balance trying to kick. All the Sooner love. The first player to be named to the team. 3 times a gold medalist in 1984. And you even have a special minute
for the rebound is Tyreek Smith. Shannon jumper.
Eighth 20-plus point game now for Cade Cunningham on the season.
The girl working on Cunningham. Good defense.
Boy, returning.
Ball into the hoop, and Oklahoma State now bouncing back into this game.
Boy, Kansas State's just not even giving themselves a chance here.
Players. JD Note with the step back.
Teams, I mean, look, you've got these 2 guys, and you can imagine both of them had some pressure coming in, wanted to show the other guy up or at least outperform.
An early 4 from the freshman out of Ontario, Canada.
You know, he's just coming into his own. As you said, he missed their last game throw. That's how you win in the game of basketball. For Kansas State, it's been a lot of perimeter shots, good drive there, and you're going to need more. You didn't know that, did you, Rich?
No, this is the kind of information that partnering with Chris Spatola always pays off. Maybe the most unlikely of players to make that U19 team. Cade was telling a funny story. He said he was fearful that he wasn't going to make.
Shannon down the left side of the lane generates some contact. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Stepping in, Shannon!
OSU does from beyond the arc. They're only shooting about 30% coming into the game.
Stay hot. Andrew Jones, 14 points.
Defense is in the DNA of this program going back to the late Mr. Henry Iba.
Here's Mike Miles. I mentioned that, and he goes 1 for 2 from the free throw line.
Don't let this guy open.
In
well,
and out.
Yeah.
Than they normally do.
Poor Bear Chandler checks in along with Clarence Monzie Jackson, and Poor Bear Chandler gets the buzzer. Trevin Wade whips one down into the lane off the fingertips of Poor Bear Chandler.
Yeah, Poor Bear Chandler was what?
And a lob underneath for Bilal is just off of his fingertips. That was low.
Do it. You're right, Bob. It's a balance. Oh, that's nice.
A block by Caleb Boone. Cunningham. Another.
Shooting. See if they can get their legs under them to start the second half.
There's Teague. Rolls a floater off the rim. Cade.
Every single day and not be selfish. It's something I'm constantly grinding on to have success, not be just about me.
Oh, Butler with a nice feed to the Greenberg and Dickie V. They'll break down the brackets. They'll have special guests. Sports Center will start it off at 5:15. It rolls off the rim. Another rebound from Brock Cunningham. Back out for a Coleman three. That's good.
Brock Cunningham might be a game like this among the 6 to win the whole thing. You go back in history, every national champions, Matt Coleman, buried 2 of them to put Texas Tech out of this thing.
And to your point, Fran,
if he's even, he's leaving, because you can't get back in front if he's even with you.
Versatile, can drive it, finish. Good.
Oh, Myers feeling it again. That one too short.
Yeah, probably just a special player on both ends. What a pass. Just a special player on both ends of the floor, Jason. He's just having an excellent year.
Final seconds, mishandle for Mitchell, and that will do it. But
impressed with the amount of homework that Bill Walton did on the history of Asheville, North Carolina.
Bruce Hornsby will join us in overtime.
Of control or out of rhythm, where the first half, I think he was a little bit sped up at times. Cunningham on Caleb Boone, pushing him out a little bit further for that jump hook. But boy, you get a step in 3 now and a stop, and all of a sudden.
No good. Cunningham the rebound.
Boy, Bryce Williams has done a really good job of bothering Reeves.
Reeves can't convert down the lane. Here comes Cunningham.
Not a great shooter this year.
Gibson from the wing. That won't go. And that will take us to halftime. Perfect from the field. Davion Harmon a little bit short. 4 points now, but he also has 4 rebounds and 3 assists. And on Saturday, 10 points.
Let's watch the ball screens now.
Reeves can't do it this time. And Cade Cunningham has the rebound.
Oh, he's got Manick.
Reeves to Manick, allows the flyby. That one's a brick, though. Cade by Manick. Harkless. Tries to go at Cunningham.
What a block
by Boone. Jalen Hill with the left hand. That's rejected by Caleb Boone. Later on tonight with a very important game against Kansas. Kansas has been hot of late, off an overtime game. But Texas earlier.
This is on the foul line. That foul line is the Crimson nightmare. Use them as relay guys. Well,
complete prospect in this draft, and if you look at where the league is trending, every team wants one of those big playmakers, 6'8".
I see some Grant Hill in the kid when I look at this young guy Cunningham.
Yeah, I don't see the Simmons comparison.
He's in basically all the dollars. Just go to dickvital.com and you can get a copy, and all the money goes to the V Foundation for kids battling cancer.
The 10th time this season already, and we still have about 8.5 minutes to go. Reeves, a very rare miss for the Owls. He's missed all 3 of his field goal attempts. And that coming off of a game against Kansas State where he only scored a couple of points. Here's Reeves attacking the basket. Rolls off the rim, and Cunningham has the rebound. Oklahoma State. Here's Reeves. Spinning in the lane. Gets tied up. Hits the front of the rim. Cade Cunningham. Foul.
4. Yeah, that was a great wrist pass by Bryce Williams. He got that ball off his hand quickly.
Shannon jumper.
Yeah, Shannon's got to get going. Out of Chad on the west coast of Africa.
Flagler, no. Cunningham, bullets and out left pass. Ramey. That hit the backboard first. Here's a chance for the Pokes to run.
Santos Silva, kick out.
Good.
Shannon hangs
right to the young big guy. First possession.
Inside Jones, kick out opposite. Ramey's been red hot from 3, reversing.
Senior for Bruce Weber's club this year, and they, as you touched on, Chris, they are hurting, literally and figuratively.
The coaching staff of the Cowboys, a lot of credit for that.
Texas.
Red Raiders really don't have a pure point guard. They basically play with combo guards in the backcourt.
There's another Oklahoma State turnover. And a
shot clock under 10. Bolton in the corner, driving baseline, trying to get past Cunningham, and does so, and lays.
Last year, and during a pandemic-induced offseason, just went and worked on it, and he's shooting it so much better. He's really become a player.
Taps his own miss to Jalen Wilson. Garrett stumbled. Cade Cunningham gets a.
These other guys are going to be around for a while. Good ball movement versus the zone. Yeah, no question, Bob. If you think about the Blue Bloods this year, they haven't had those early season wins over the guarantee games. And because of the short.
Grant Foster. Here's Grant Foster spinning, stumbling, and traveled.
See, they're pointing and matching up. It's really a zone, but they're switching bodies off.
ACO Teague with a bunch.
I think that's the philosophy of Mike Boyne. You can't overdo it. You're right, Bob. It's a balance. Oh, that's nice.
A block by Caleb Boone.
Kid Gilchrist, he's just coached a lot of really good players. And it's amazing that class he had coming into college this year, all of those plays.
One of these teams is going to be 2-3 in league play and join teams like TCU and West Virginia with that same conference record.
So he's 6'8", but along with Butler and Jalen Suggs, Ayo Dosunmu, and Colin Gillespie, Cade Cunningham is one of the final 5 for the Manic double teams. Turns it over
from 3, which Nigel Pack remedied and ended up hitting a career high in that game.
Bro, that's how you win in the game of basketball. For Kansas State, it's been a lot of perimeter shots, good drive there, and you're going to need more. You didn't know that, did you, Rich?
No, this is the kind of information that partnering with Chris Spatola always pays off.
He is so good, it's unreal. See, this is not on the foul line. That foul line is the Crimson nightmare. Use him as
Johnson skips it around, top for Bolton. Little floater from Regiers off the right.
Teague.
These two schools, they get after it big time against each other.
Austin Reeves thought he...
And they let it play on.
Davion Harmon.
Teams, I mean, look, you've got these two guys, and you can imagine both of them had some pressure coming in, wanted to show the other guy up or at least out.
5-on-5 in the half court instead of getting easy transition baskets.
David Johnson with that left hand.
Normally it's an entire Saturday where the world goes upside down. It's so hard to pinpoint this year, Rich. We've seen teams come back.
Meyer in the corner against Cunningham. Beat him to the rim and...
All the Sooner love, the first player to be named to the team. 3 times a gold medalist in 1984. And you even have a special...
Across the board. Free throw, field goal, three-point shooting. All the way up this year. Bolton off balance, ran into a crowd with Moncrief.
And in the app, it's Bracketology with Reese Davis, Jay Billis, LaFonso Ellis, Seth Greenberg, and Dickie V. They'll break down the brackets. They'll have special guests. Sports Center.
8th 20-plus point game now for Cade Cunningham on the season.
I'm so impressed with Caleb Boone, his ability to score with his offhand around the basket. He's right-handed, but he scores so easily with his left hand around.
Where would you go, Chris?
Oh, against the zone, you know, that...
In the low post.
Davion Harmon scoops and scores.
I think he was playing 88 by...
The lead still at 6. And 9 rebounds, down to 15 seconds to go. Davion Harmon, he will drive it around Cunningham, can't get it to go. Butler for 3. Cunningham's got the rebound, Oklahoma State with the ball and the lead.
He'll likely come up and set this screen and then dive.
Cunningham. Ball loose. Oklahoma.
I got about the 3rd year. The VBI just reminded me. 3rd year in the league, he's an all-star. And that's saying a lot because that league.
Caleb Booth, 22 is a new career high. Jones gets blocked. Did they call the foul? I think they did. Shan had lost the handle. Cunningham tracked it down.
Offensive rebound. It's been a fun game
Harmon
to do,
the free
Robert.
throw line. 8 to shoot. Hill steps inside. He has
from midcourt. We went back and practiced it the next day. That ball's out of bounds. You see, they're probably going to add a 1/10 of a second or 2.
Shot fake by Andrew Jones. Gives it up to Sims. Stripped away by Cunningham. And recovered in the corner by Moncrief.
After free throws, is going to come on again here.
Straight again. It's like a 1-2-1-1 shape. Another turnover. They missed the...
I'd love to see the upset here.
Ballo steps through. Second move. Has it ripped away.
Types of players are still emblematic of what Baylor is about. It's not like Scott Drew has turned Baylor into the McDonald's All-American.
And we're angry about that. No respect.
Reeves lost his balance trying to kick. Taps his own miss to Jalen Wilson. Garrett stumbled. Cade Cunningham gets a
guard posting up. I like that.
A steal by Cunningham.
In me as a player, and he's trying to get me involved, and I think that really becomes contagious as a team. And there's the defense.
Likely. McClung trying to thread his way through. Look to
bench by Mike Boynton. Akano lost it again. That's a couple of turnovers for the youngster. And 3.
And I didn't score
Manic
20
double
points.
team.
So nobody chases me.
Turns it over.
Cunningham with the ball. He's guarded by Jalen Tate.
Trevin Wade whips one down into the lane off the fingertips of Poor Bear Chandler.
Yeah, Poor Bear Chandler was one.
Manic. Avery Anderson tripped up at the opposite end, and he's playing with a limp now as Manic tied up by Cunningham.
Turned up. You know, I don't think they started this game the way Mike Boynton would want them defensively. The turnovers and then scoring off of those like this.
An NBA three off the side rim for Bryce Williams. Falling down, though, is Matthews, so it's thrown away, and Cunningham.
Some contact. Bryce Williams lost the handle, and back come the Cyclones. Bolton tried the short pass off underneath. Not sure why he just.
Too much airspace and likely makes him pay. Likely had 3 3-pointers all last season. A year ago, he's already got 3 in 3 games this season.
Black History Month tonight at TCU. You have Dr. James Cash being honored as well, the first African-American player.
Oklahoma State by 3. And they turn it over off the inbounds.
Roll into the hoop, and Oklahoma State now bouncing back into this game.
Kansas State's just not even giving themselves a chance here.
Game. Nice pass from McClung. Edwards trying to pass back out, but
no go on the slam.
Cunningham 1 of 7 from the field, 4 assists, 5 points. Loose ball, and Cunningham able
down and containing. You can contain and still apply a little bit of pressure when you're athletic like those guys. And now what you've done, if you create
under 5 to go here at Gallagher-Iba Arena. 20-point Cowboy lead. They take it away.
1 out of 2 for Cunningham. Marquette's got to start to get their offense in gear. And they turn it over. One
IQ for the game. He's got all the shots you need. Man, he is good.
The ball up 1.
Oklahoma State now needs a takeaway. It's into Ramey. They'll get him double teamed quickly.
Ball loose. Oklahoma.
Good job slowing down Koulibaly. That D from Cunningham.
Well, you need a timeout right now. I don't care how quick it is. Cunningham.